Hi, this is Jeff from Simple Forex System and ForexAutoscaler.com, and we're here with a second review video on Cynthia Macy's and day trading Forex's new fusion trading method. The first video I made a couple of days ago looked at using fusion on the standard candlestick charts, and we focused primarily on like 5-minute charts in the review video. In this video, we are going to look at how it performs using Renko charts. Now, what you see in front of you right now is the standard Renko chart with the Fusion basic template loaded onto it. And you may notice it looks a lot different than the 5-minute chart did, because there don't seem to be any indicators running through the middle of the chart. You have the flat trend indicator and the multi-time frame zero lag MACD at the bottom, and you certainly have all the detail information, or at least most of it, on the right hand side of the chart. But here in the middle, where you expect to see a lot of colored lines running, there seems to be nothing there. Don't worry, here's how you fix that. Two things too, and also what you're looking at here, these are bar charts. If you ran a bar chart instead of a standard candlestick chart for Renko, this is what it would look like. But I'll show you how to fix both of these. Let's do the boxes first. It's a simple method of changing the chart from a bar chart to a candlestick chart. I know most people know how to do that. We'll do it anyway. Right click, it's out of the frame, but you choose properties, which is the very bottom option when you right click and open up the dialog box there. So you come over here to the common tab. You see it's on bar chart already. You just hit candlestick and click OK. And there we go. We got rid of the lines and put the Renko boxes in. By the way, what you're looking at right now is a crypto chart. It's the XRP, the Ripple US dollar chart. It's Sunday morning, and there's already been a ton of activity starting late last night. Now, what to do about all the missing indicators? You might think, well, I could always just go ahead and load them up and manually, but you don't need to do that. You right click on the chart, and again, we're out of the, well, let's see if I can bring it into the frame here. That didn't work out. All right, here we go. Click on the indicators list. Right click, choose indicators list. Here's your indicators list. Now you'll notice it shows all of the indicators have been loaded, and she's got, I forget what the count was, 17 total indicators. But if you look at the very top here, you'll notice that there's an entry here, and there's nothing there. It doesn't show you what the indicator is. It doesn't give you a name. It doesn't tell you anything. You go ahead and click on that box, the very top one, and see, we have a little blue thing that shows up. It may show up blue for you. It may not. It doesn't matter. Just click on the box, and when you click on it, it brings these buttons to life. And what you want to do is you want to delete that box. And then hit close, and voila, indicators. Why does it do that? I have no idea. It really doesn't matter. All you need to know is it does it, and we have to deal with it. So just be aware that that exists out there. So let's talk about how this performs on Renko charts. And I can tell you that if you are trading something like the US 30 and you're trading during the open of the market, which occurs Monday through Friday at 9:30 in the morning Eastern time, it performs very well. On the crypto, which basically does not have a centralized market that opens up, but is truly active 24/7, 365. At least I think. I'm pretty sure people probably trade on Christmas. I haven't actually had a crypto chart open on Christmas, but I'm going to guess that you probably can trade then too if you wanted to. But Saturdays and Sundays, holidays, crypto is active. And so like what I said before, this is the XRP chart. These boxes are set to a setting of 30, which is essentially a 30-cent. Actually, it'd be more like about a 3-cent move, I think, in XRP. I went back and looked at it. If it was a 30-cent move, these boxes would be going from, let's see if I can get that to work. Maybe it is a 30-cent move. So we're about 82.80 to, it was 08. I'm sorry, let's go back here a little bit. This went from 08, 3 to 08.6. So that's about 0.3 cents actually. in terms of price move. So that's actually significantly different than looking at, say, Bitcoin, where moves are hundreds of dollars at a time. If you watched the previous video, however, you already know essentially what you're looking at, but I'll go over it real quickly. This method revolves around three different B-band type of indicators. One, the yellow one, gives you the overall trend. The lightest colored of the three, the one which sort of follows price action very closely, that is your entry and exit indicator. And the blue one in the middle, this is really good. This is, I hadn't really seen this before, is the retracement line. If you know anything about Fibonacci trading, anytime you have any kind of a significant move, you expect to get some sort of retracement, meaning price is just really going to reverse on you. Sometimes it's a little, sometimes it's a lot. If you go onto the platform itself, you actually have a Fibonacci option in one of the toolbars that you can activate, then draw a line from the high to the low, and it will tell you where the 33% retracement level is, the 50% retracement level, 62 or 67%. Anyway, Fibonacci's have it all broken down there, and there's a number of these retracement levels. So this is actually one of the retracement levels, and when price reverses on you and reaches that level, this is where you again expect price to then turn around and head back in the original direction. Now we don't see that here right now, and I'm not sure it's happened on the crypto charts today anyway. Well, it hasn't happened today, I don't think. Okay, let me back up, because it did last night. See the price. This was the open last night around 5 o'clock Eastern time, so Saturday night, 5 o'clock. Let me get that trade button out of the way too, by the way. I'm sorry, that just makes us easier. Price was in a buy, so that even though this is coming up close to that retracement, well, actually, okay, so it came up close to the retracement video. You see it. Did it touch? I don't know. That's the thing about Renko. I don't have the wicks up, but it got close enough. And then it came back down. Then it moved back up. It got very close to the line, retracement line, and then moved back down again. So I actually got two very good examples today, or in the last 24 hours, of that retracement line working out very well. Now, is it going to work every time? No, of course not. Sometimes reversals or, major sea changes in the trend, and so you can blast right through the lines and keep going. But when that happens, the lines then redraw, as you can see over here, somewhere down around, so I can find the time here, around 10 o'clock last night, between 9 and 10, price reverse started going up. You start getting through the lines, and basically once you get through and close beyond the lines disappear. So, in fact, you didn't see it, but when this box closed above the line, it would have disappeared and caused the midline, the purple line, to move down below. But then when this box closed below the purple line, it was shifted it back up here again. So there was a little bit of active movement here, back and forth, until price was fully established above and beyond that particular line. And of course, when this line closed above the trend line, it caused the trend line to shift down below as well. Anybody that picked up my crypto product is probably aware or may recall that when trading the XRP, a 2-box, which essentially is about a 6-cent movement, but a 2-box move, if you were trading 3 mini lots, would be about $150 price move. And so you can see with Renko, this is how it's so clearly established. You can see with Renko that there are a lot of moves that are 2 boxes or more that give you that opportunity, as you're trading and as you're raising the size of your trades, as your account is growing. You're getting more and more of these 2 and 3 and 4 or 5 box moves. So it just makes it extremely profitable to trade Renko. Cynthia's method in terms of like the entry signals off of this are actually fairly early. You can tell on Renko that, for instance, we had a buy signal on this group of upward moving candles and we did not get well, actually, we never got a retracement line because the retracement line stayed above the price action, as did the trend line. So really, you've got a trend saying down, the retracement line is above. You would have been sitting out this trade until price got here to the retracement line, and that's when you would have sold. Or you could have waited to get the actual signal once price broke back down below the that purple line to give you another. Well, actually, I don't think it ever did break. Oh no, this is the sell line. You can wait for the sell line. I'm sorry. These two purples are very close in color, and I'm having difficulty distinguishing between the two of them. But this is your actual signal line. You could have waited for the signal line, or you could have just simply put the trade in once it hit the retracement line. If you're wrong by a box. If you're right by a lot of boxes. That's actually a great place to be when you're trading. You always, if you're going to be wrong by a little, and if you're right, be right by a lot. That's how you make money in this game. But anyway, that's basically how this works. These little white X's, these are kind of for no trade zone signals. You're sort of in a limbo, no man's land. You've got a buy signal when all of your trend and retracement stuff is telling you to sell. And the reverse would also be true, that you could be getting in fact, here it is, you're getting that's the same thing. You're getting a buy signal with these, here you want to shift over to the side, maybe we can find one. You're getting sell signals when everything else is telling you that, price is up and you should be moving into a buy trade. So, you want to keep an eye out for these boxes. They're not real prevalent on Renko. And honestly, I'm not sure that they carry as much weight here as they would on, say, a 5-minute chart, where you can get into a situation where price just runs very flat across the chart for 15 or 20 or 30 minutes, and then these X's are showing up and warning you that you're basically in a flat no trade zone. So it's something to keep an eye on. Now, of course, you also have down here the zero lag MACD and the flat trend. If you get the blue flat trend lines, it's basically telling you you're in a buy situation. If you get the purple ones, which are right here, that tells you that you're going to sell. And then, of course, the MACD line, if the gold line is above the purplish colored one, you should be buying. If it is below the purplish line, you should be selling. You combine all of these together and essentially kind of wait for an all systems are go scenario where you've got your MACD is telling you to buy, your trend line, your flat trend line is telling you to buy. Price is above your trend line. You're not touching the midpoint, or maybe you've touched it and you're heading back, and you get a signal. Here's your buy signal right here, and it turned out to be a very nice trade. If you were up at 4 o'clock this morning, it was a great trade. I didn't happen to be up at 4 o'clock this morning, so it was sort of a moot point for me. But this is what you're looking for, and it's pretty clear to see on the Renko charts. Okay, but the key is you want to have them on charts that are actually moving, which means you're going to want to trade this on crypto. You're going to want to trade this on the US 30 or the NASDAQ. I didn't look at the US 500, which is the S&P equivalent. I think it probably works okay there, but the problem with that is just simply you don't have as much price action, not as many price runs during a session as you would on the 30 or on the NAS. So, if you're trading it, by all means put it up and take a look and see if you can make it work for yourself there. But I'm just thinking in terms of getting onto charts where something is really happening, and it generally happens every day. So for crypto, it's pretty much around the clock, anytime. This is 8, 9 o'clock on a Saturday night, and there's really nice trades that are happening. For all of, I guess, the nerds who can't get dates, and me. The US 30 and the NAS, you're looking for 9:30 in the morning Eastern time. That's when the market opens. Let me show you that. Let me real quickly just bring this up. I'm not going to go much longer. Once again, my throat's starting to give out here a little bit. Let's come back here because I saw something earlier that really kind of drives this home. See if I can make it happen. this out a little bit. This is going back to about right around 7 o'clock in the morning, Friday. And if you notice, it's real choppy. And I did shrink it down because I wanted you to be able to see this. You don't get quite the same view. Actually, if I've got here's the 5-minute view of this same scenario. Okay, that's what the 5-minute chart looked like going into the open. This is the open right here. This is your 9:30 candle on the 5-minute chart. You can see on the 5-minute chart, we had a little bit of a move up for 10 minutes, spiked back, or it wicked all the way back down, and then it was off to the races to the downside. It was like a 300-point move over the course of an hour and a half. But if you look at the lines, because they're shrunken down now because of the big move down here, the price action is a little bit shorter, but you can see how flat line that was. You don't get that as much with bring that up here. You don't get that as much with Renko, but I mean, you're still not getting good trades. I'll be honest with you, it's not very good. They're very short, and you know, the box sizes we use is basically, if you get a box size to close in your direction, if you got in at the open of the box to the close, you're in profit, because our spread is usually about half of that box size. So I mean, there's some small profit opportunities right here, but you're getting a lot of signals back and forth while you're in a sell trade or in a sell zone. You got a brief period of a buy signal, went back to a sell signal. This is all pre-9:30 opening, and it's pretty common. Every now and again, and I think we're actually in that situation here, you'll get a signal that really takes off prior to the open, and that's what happened here. You know, if you look at what you got, you can't really see the MACD, but if you go back a little bit, actually, I think I can't tell where the MACD is at, because it does not present very well on Renko, to be honest with you. But you had everything else was a buy signal, and you can see this is turned out to be pretty nice. Well, this was the open right here. This was the 9:30 open. So leading into the 9:30 open, you had 7 or 8 boxes. It stayed in. You noticed that it hit or hit a line that was up there. There actually was. We did have, I don't remember if it was R1 or what it was, but there was a line right there that it got to, and immediately started heading back down. If you were patient and waited for essentially everything to stay go, you would have gotten in around 9:35 on a sell trade. You could have gotten in about 35.60, and you can see that the price just came out. We came back, we hit the line, we moved back down. Now we broke through the Fibonacci line and certainly had a buy signal off the little signal line, and we had moved the fib line a little bit, but we just got just as far as the trend line and immediately reversed. Everything was all a go right here once again at 34,995, and you can see it just kept going and going and going. And this is 10 o'clock, so this is all just 30 minutes of trading right here. Excuse me. So this is why you want to trade these and trade these methods, one, on charts that are moving, and two, if you know when the charts are going to start moving, you definitely want to have these up. So it's I think a very solid system to use with Renko, as long as you limit yourself to some of the the better trading charts, which I've gone over multiple times now, and I think it can it can serve you well if you are looking for something like this. I mean, some people sorry, this is really killing my throat at this point. Some people are hold on just a second. Get some liquid down here, so I'm going to calm it down a bit. Some people, like myself, like a cleaner chart. One indicator, maybe two. And it makes it easier. And that's as much a matter of me getting older and not being able to process as much information as fast as I did, 15, 20 years ago. And so anything I can do like that along those lines makes that easier. But this is actually very simple. Once you've got the pattern down, yellow line means trend, deep purple means retracement, and the lighter colored line, whatever that may happen to be, it's like a violet color or something, like a light blue color over here. Those are your entries and your exits, and it makes it very simple. So a quick glance at the chart, you can see, what's going on and take the trade. So I like it. I think it's got value, and if you're looking for something that you can run on a Renko chart, more and more people are going to Renko now. It only took 15 years of proselytizing, but I think I finally got people, kind of moving around to my way of thinking on this. The Renkos are a great environment to trade this. But again, one last time, stick with the charts that are really moving, because that's where you're going to make all your money. So anyway, I hope you found this helpful, and certainly if you have any questions, get in touch with me. I'll do what I can to answer them for you. And other than that, I'm going to wrap it up, and I'll see you guys on the next video.